Hello everyone, this is Dr. Sarita, Associate Professor of Chemistry Department working in St. Peter's Engineering College. Today's talk is on IR spectroscopy, infrared spectroscopy. When a matter is irradiated with the electromagnetic radiation and if the molecule will absorb the IR region radiation, then the molecule will undergo changes in its vibrational and rotational energy levels. Hence, this spectroscopy is also known as vibrational and rotational spectroscopy. So, how a molecule is going to change its electronic, vibrational, and rotational energy levels, that we will discuss in this session. So, now coming to the energy levels of a diatomic molecule, we are having three different energy levels for a diatomic molecule. One is the electronic energy levels, vibrational and rotational energy levels. So always electronic energy levels are having high energy gap between them, and these will containing different vibrational energy levels which are involved in between the two different electronic energy levels. And again in turn, the vibrational levels are having different energy levels, rotational energy levels, which are included between the two vibrational energy levels. Like here in this diagram, you can observe the ground state electronic energy level and excited electronic energy state. In between these two, we are having different vibrational states which we are representing with the light blue color, and in turn these vibrational energy levels again they are having different rotational energy levels. So always electronic energy levels are having high energy difference than the vibrational energy levels than the rotational energy levels. And when the molecule is irradiated with the electromagnetic radiation, if the energy is high enough, if the radiation energy is high enough, then the molecule will undergo changes in the electronic transitions. Like the electron will be excited from one ground level to the excited state. So if the energy of the molecule absorbed is high enough, then changes will occur in the energy levels of the molecule. And if the energy is not sufficient to change in the electronic energy levels, then the molecule will undergo either change in the vibrational levels or in the rotational level based on the energy which is absorbed by the molecule. So if the molecule is absorbing IR radiation, then the molecule will undergo changes between the vibrational levels. If it is not sufficient, if the energy is not sufficient enough for the change in vibrational level, then the molecule only will oscillate, means the changes will occur only in the rotational states. When a sample absorbs the UV or visible energy, then the sample will undergo change in the electronic levels. Like maybe the electron will change from antibonding pi bonding to antibonding pi. So this is pi to pi star transition. So the sample may undergo any kind of transitions which are the allowed transitions, like n to pi star, n to sigma star, sigma to sigma star, or pi to pi star. But when the sample absorbs the IR radiation, then there will be change only in the vibrational and rotational level, which leads to stretching or bending of the covalent bond between the molecules. So how it will change? Like we are having the IR spectrum, which can be split into 4 regions for its easy interpretation, and generally for all the remaining spectra we are going to consider the wavelength, whereas the IR region wavelength is very less. So here we are going to consider the wave number instead of considering the wavelength. And the region of IR can be split into mainly 3 categories. One is the far IR region, which is between 50 to 700 centimeter inverse, and middle IR region 700 to 4000 centimeter inverse, which is also known as the functional group region, and the near IR region, that is 4000 to 12,000 centimeter inverse. And broadly, if we want to divide the spectrum, IR spectrum, that will be divided into four main categories, that is 4000 to 2500 centimeter inverse absorption of single bonds, like single bond between carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, hydrogen, nitrogen, hydrogen. These bands will be observed in between the 2500 to 4000 centimeter inverse, whereas absorption for the triple bond and double bond will vary in between the 1500 to 2500 range, and in the other range, that is 4000 centimeters to 15000 centimeters, this is the very important part of each molecule, which is known as the fingerprint region. In in IR spectra, this fingerprint region plays very important role because it is helpful for the identification of a molecule. Now coming to the different regions of the IR, which we are going to represent in the form of a spectrum, like one major part is fingerprint region, the other major part is the functional group region, and here we are indicating the wave number in centimeter inverse. So fingerprint region, which includes the single bonds between carbon carbon, carbon oxygen, carbon nitrogen, whereas the double bonds between carbon oxygen and nitrogen, that will be placed between 1500 to 2000, and 2000 to 2500 includes the triple bond, whereas above this 2500 to 4000, which includes the single bond stretch for carbon, hydrogen, carbon nitrogen, and oxygen, hydrogen. So this is the regions, different regions in the IR spectrum. So what is the principle of the IR spectrum? Like covalent bonded molecules, the covalent bond between the two different atoms of a molecule will indicate like a spring, it will act like a spring. So it is not stable, always it will be moving with a fixed direction. The atom will not remain in fixed motion with respect to each other, but the average distance will be same, so that vibrational motion will occur. When the internal vibrational energy of a molecule matches with the external applied IR radiation, then the molecule will absorb, that is IR spectrum will be observed when the wavelength of the matter will matches with the wavelength of the irradiated radiation, then absorption of the molecule will occur, absorption of the matter will occur in the IR region, and that some amount of energy will be absorbed by the molecule and some amount will be transmitted, that will be recorded in the form of IR spectrum. So the molecule will absorb when the wavelength matches between the incident radiation or irradiated radiation and the molecule, then the molecule will excited from lower to higher vibrational or rotational energy level, and the molecule will absorb the IR radiation. So here you can observe this covalent bond between the molecule, between the atoms of a molecule will be represented as a spring. So when we are stretching the spring, then the bond length is going to increase. When we are compressing, then the bond length is going to decrease. So the covalent bond between two atoms will represent like a spring, and the atoms will be represented as the balls. Now coming to the vibrations. What are vibrations? Anything that can change the dipole moment of a molecule, that is known as a vibration. Any change in the shape of the molecule, stretching the bonds, bending the bonds, or internal rotation around the bond is known as the vibration. And we are having many different types of vibrations which are possible in the organic molecules. One is the stretching vibrations, other one is the bending vibrations. And again, stretching vibration is change in the distance, bond length, which without changing the bond angle, if there is only change in the bond length of the molecule between the atoms, that is along the bond axis, that is known as the stretching. And when there is change in the bond angle without changing the bond length between the atoms, that is known as the bending. So always stretching indicates change in the bond length and bending represents change in the bond angle. And again stretching vibration is two types, symmetric stretching and asymmetric stretching. And bending again two types, in plane bending and out of plane bending, which will be further divided into two types based on how the bonded atoms will be bended, whether it is in plane or out of plane. So now coming to the different types of molecular vibrations, if we observe, like here in stretching, without changing the bond angle, only there will be change in the bond length between the atoms along the bond axis will takes place. And if that is occurring in both the sides, if equally bond length is changing, that is both outside of the atom move away from the central atom, if both the bond lengths are changing away from the central atom equally, then that is known as the symmetric stretching vibration. And in asymmetric stretching, one atom moves towards the center atom, whereas the other atom moves out of the center atom, moves away from the center atom. That is the asymmetric stretching. And now coming to the bending vibrations, if the bending vibrations are taking in plane, again that is two types, that is a scissoring and rocking. Always bending vibrations will occur when the bond angle of the atoms is going to change without changing the bond length between the atoms. So here symmetric bending means the vibration in a plane, like if we imagine the movement of scissor, like how two atoms will come closer to each other, they will be moving in opposite direction. The working of a scissor like bending is known as the scissoring, like the two atoms will be moved towards each other. In this movement, one will be moved towards the right side, whether the opposite will be moved towards the left side. So this is known as the scissoring. In asymmetric bending, both the atoms will be moved in the same direction, whether that is towards the right or towards the left, but both the atoms will be moved towards the same side, moved in the direction of same side. So there will not be any change in the bond length, only the bond angle is going to change. Now coming to the out of plane bending, where the molecule will be placed in plane and the bonds which are attached will be placed out of the plane. So here in the symmetric bending vibration, like twisting, if both one of them are moving towards the in plane and other one out of plane, then that is known as the twisting. If both of them are out of plane or in plane, like same type of bending, that is known as the asymmetric bending. In symmetric bending, the twisting means both the atoms will be moved in opposite direction, that is in the out of the plane. In the out of the plane itself, if both the atoms will be moved in the same direction, that is known as the wagging. So these are different kinds of molecular vibration. What is meant by IR active compounds? When a molecule will become IR active and when it will become IR inactive. So which kind of molecules are IR active is when there is change in the dipole moment occurs during the vibrations, like in the asymmetrical stretching and bending vibrations, there will be change in the dipole moment of the molecule and that molecule will become IR active. And the molecules in which there will not be any change in the dipole moment during its irradiation with the IR radiation, then the molecule is IR active. So all the symmetric compounds, like the compounds which are having the carbon-carbon double bond, hydrogen, nitrogen, chlorine, all these symmetric compounds are IR inactive. Whereas the molecules, polar molecules like carbon double bond, oxygen, nitrogen, hydrogen, oxygen and hydrogen bonds, all these are asymmetric and these will have the asymmetrical stretching or bending and these will be IR active.